Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. What's going on? Yeah. Oh, there you go. He's the pro. He's the pro. He'll show me how to do it right. Yeah. What is going on? It's your boy Preston,
Hey,
Fat Samurai Guy, back again with another episode of the Movie Dojo podcast, hanging out with the master of disaster, the king of sting. That's right, Quick Kick himself, the Grandmaster. That's right, martial arts champion, the legend himself, Chucky Quick Kick Curry. Welcome to the show, brother.
thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
There you go. Look at that. That was like an 80 hit combo in 3 seconds there, man. Yeah, I love it. I love it, man. Yeah, I gotta blow. First of all, before we get into your legendary journey and history through your martial arts, your journey, and we get your story, and I'm sure everybody watching can't wait to get to know you even more. I gotta blow up the awesome background we got going here, man. I mean, look at is that a Jackie Chan autograph over there?
Yeah, Jackie's a good guy. He's a good friend. I like working with him, and who knows what's next.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit later when we get to Rush Hour for sure. And we got Richard Pryor, the GOAT. We got the
Yeah,
GOAT.
yes,
That's
sir.
right, the comedic
Taught
GOAT.
me some
And
serious lessons. Taught me some serious lessons.
there we go. There, that's pretty good. And we got Jim. It looks like Jim Kelly in the back too. That's
Yeah,
right.
got my friend Jim. Miss him too, but he was a great guy. I miss him a lot. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I
Taught me
love
a lot.
this. There we go. We got chat watching right now. Samurai Warrior says, "Nice backdrop." He's loving the background, man. He's loving it.
Thank
Uh,
you.
but yeah, this awesome photo right here with you and Jim. Boom! There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's such a cool
Yeah.
photo, man. Where was this at? You and Jim?
We were at Comic Con. We met up there several times, but this was the last time we got together, and it was really cool.
Nice. Yeah. Rest in power, Jim, man. Yeah. Yeah. How cool. You got a chance to meet him. Did you ever train with Jim?
No, I went down to his studio and I was watching. I was with my friend, and when he came out, I introduced myself to him, and he was surprised because I had on this little hat. I'm all Mr. Cool. I didn't look like some martial arts world champion. A lot of times they say, you don't look like you would be a world champion. You just look like an average guy. That's the
Yeah.
same thing that Richard Pryor told me. He's like, man, wow. He said you could be beating me down. My bodyguard way over there.
Oh, I love it. I love it. But hey, that's the benefit of the martial arts, man. You never know what some people may know. You never know. Never judge a book by its cover.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But yeah, man, let's just do a little deep dive into your martial arts journey here. What inspired you and motivated you to get into martial arts, my friend?
I think in the beginning, my mom had me stand at my grandfather's house. So my mom had me stand with my grandfather, and my grandfather used to get up early every morning and leave, and I would watch him come back really dark at night, coming back with the groceries. And one day he took me out with him, and as we were coming back, it was these guys, this teacher and these children, and they were like doing moves, and I was like, wow, I liked it. So while they were talking, I just went and started playing and practicing with them. And after that, I just at my grandfather's house, I would watch Kato and the Green Hornet,
Yeah.
and I just really like Kato. I was like, damn, that's tight. So we would watch that like all the time, me, my little brothers, and it just as time went on. See, my grandfather lived in Chinatown, so as time went on, we'd be up and down the stairs, and I met this group of Chinese teenagers, and they would teach me kung fu and gung fu, and I just kept practicing and just kept getting better and better, and running in and out of Chinatown, getting in little fights, taking the smoke buns and running home and playing with the smoke buns. And then my grandfather ran up and meet us and whoop my butt. I told you don't play with fire.
Yep.
But as a kid, you just sometimes you do the wrong thing. But
Yep.
my mom one time, I guess I said something back to her, and she went, bam, bust my lip, knocked my tooth through my lip. So I was
Wow.
like, I had to learn a defense system for her real quick.
Wow. Hey, you don't mess with moms, man. Moms
Yeah,
will they lay the hammer down if you mess around. But
I was
did
saying
you
it
just make
before.
that sound effect? Wait, hold on. Did you just make that sound effect?
Oh yeah, I like sound effects.
That was amazing. I thought you had something planned where you hit like a button to make that. That was awesome. Wow. Look
Whoa!
at that. That's what's up. Yeah, I like that. Well, that's
Yes.
cool, man. Your mother and your grandfather got you into the martial arts, and of course, obviously, movies and stuff. Were there any, not just Green Hornet, aka the Kato Show? We all know what's up, right? Everybody watches the Green Hornet for Bruce, right? Were there any movies around that time that you
Well,
were like,
they didn't start coming out. I do remember one time my father came to visit me, and he took me down to Chinatown where the all of the stores and stuff are, and I saw Angela Mao Ying poster, and I always had liked her. So it's just time was going on so quickly, you know. I started going to watch all these different kung fu movies at all these different theaters and all these different movies in general, and taking my little brothers. I mean, we did that like every weekend.
oh, I'm jealous in a way. You know, I hear all these wonderful stories of the old black belt theater, and I grew up with that kind of stuff, like the channels, the black belt theater channels and stuff on TV. But I always would love to like go into a time machine and go back, 42nd Street, baby. Go in those theaters and then just watch all these kung fu movies on the big screen all
I
day and all night. I mean, that's just living the dream right there. I would love that. That must be amazing
Yeah,
experience,
as a matter of fact, for some reason I used to catch the bus and I would just like tour. I
right?
take my little brothers downtown and all around town, different theaters, watching all kind of different kung fu movies and regular action movies too. So
Yeah,
just like at one time particularly, we moved to this place just before we moved from Chicago, and it was a theater right across the street, right across the street. So I remember going in there and seeing the Chinese Connection, and it just had me. When Bruce Lee died, I was like, I gotta find out who killed him. So that was one of the things that kept me on track. I'm gonna go find out what happened to Bruce Lee. You know,
Chucky was
he
going
died
to
like
investigate.
2 weeks
That's it.
afterwards. So
Wow, wow.
I called the Queen Elizabeth Hospital and they confirmed that he was dead. And I was from that
Yeah,
point I was on a mission to try to find out what happened to Bruce Lee.
yeah. I'm sure, and you weren't alone. I mean, the whole world was trying to figure. They're still trying to figure out. Some people, they're still trying to
Yeah,
figure out what happened. But
I think I was about yeah, I had to be 13.
yeah,
So no, I was 12. I was 12 because Bruce Lee died in 72. So
right,
yeah,
right. What an inspiration to all of us. This guy, you gotta love us some Bruce Lee, man. Look at that. How cool is that? That's a cool picture right there. That's right.
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, and speaking of Bruce, I mean, I'm looking at your autograph collection's insane here.
Ah,
Chuck Norris and Bruce autograph?
man, I had my friend Curtis used to own Inside Kung Fu magazine, and so
Right,
he would send me all kind of books, magazines, collectibles, autographs. So and Curtis was also Jackie Chan's manager, so he was the one who connected me with Jackie Chan.
right, nice. Yeah, but this is like epic. I mean, how cool is that, man? The two
So
icons
man,
right there, man. Yeah,
you
yeah.
got to do your homework.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
to be the best, you got to train harder than the rest.
That's
You
right.
know,
That's right. That's right. And
you
you're
got to get
trained.
up early in the morning. You got to do
Yeah.
things you don't want to do. You got to go through it to get to
There you go. There you go. You're spitting the lyrics right now. That's right.
it.
Right? But yeah, man, what led you to like, hey, I'm gonna start competing? And there's like, sparring, self-defense, and forms competitions. You started competing.
Yeah, well, what happened is I had started going to this. First, I went to this YMCA, and so I started learning karate there. And I used to like make jokes when the teacher would turn around. And one day he turned around and he caught me, and he took me downstairs. I thought I was going to get beat down. He took his belt off, and I was just like, "Oh man!" But then he put it on my shoulder, and he said, "You know, you have what it takes to be a champion. You just got to be serious and don't stop. Just keep on training." So that was my first black belt put around my shoulders. So
Wow.
after that, I started going to the Urban Progress Center, which was teaching Hap Karaju Fu, which was Hapkido, Karate, Judo, and Kung Fu. I had got led there by this girl named Tina Gordon. She used to do the nunchaku, so we were like hella cool. The next thing you know, my mom moved to California, so we moved to California, and it was a studio around the corner from us, Byung Yu Studio. It had these big old tall 6 foot trophies, and I was like, wow. So I went in and I sat down and I was watching a class, and so this guy says there was some people sparring, and this guy says, "Can you beat that guy?" And I was like, "I'm not gonna let him beat me." He's like,
Right.
"Step into my office." I was like, "Oh my god," because he didn't have a uniform on.
Yeah.
So I went into his office. He said, "You know, if you clean up the studio, vacuum, polish the trophies, I'll let you train and price for that." And I was like, okay, cool. And when I got home, my sister said, no, it's another one up the street called the Yacht, and it's free. And I was like, what? So I went down there, and I liked that place too. And then I just ended up training at like 3 different studios, actually 4 studios during that time. And then Julius Baker, one time, he was one of my favorite instructors. He says, everybody, we're going to a tournament this weekend, and everybody's got to fight. Everybody got to compete. And I was like, no.
Right, right.
So the
Wow.
next thing you know, we get to the tournament, and he said, are you ready? I said, oh, I didn't bring a uniform. He goes, I got a uniform for you. I said, I don't got any equipment. He goes, don't worry, I got the equipment for you. I was like, I don't have a cup. He goes, I'll get you a cup. I was like, oh my God. So I ended up having to compete. I competed in 3 different divisions. First, I competed.
Oh, I think we lost him there. We lost the Chuckinator. Chuck, can you hear me, brother? Let's see if we get him back here. 3 different divisions, man. That's insane. Let me see, let me see. Let me try to set up a message. That's how we'll do it. He's so intense. He just locked up. He froze his own screen. Chuck, brother, try to bounce out and bounce back in. There we go. Oh, I apologize. You guys have to see my ugly face up close. I'm gonna message Chucky. Let's see if we can get him back. I'll know when he pops back in. It's like when I had the legend himself, Don the Dragon Wilson, on my channel a couple of times. There was always internet problems with Don. Poor Don. Let me go ahead and message him. Got to keep it moving, brother. Got to keep it moving. How are all of you doing that are watching right now? Favorite old school kung fu movies? Let me know in chat. Let me know in chat right now, and I'll put it up on screen. Unless power went out or something out there. So hopefully Chuck's okay. Man, seriously though, I really wish I could go back in time to those old school theaters, man, and just binge classic old school kung fu movies all day. I mean, how cool is that, man? All day and all night. There we go. There's we're live, baby. Got to keep it moving. What's up, babe? The Chuckster was here. We were just getting into his competition, and he froze up and disappeared. So I'm trying to get a hold of him now. Tis the business. Tis the business of what Samurai Guy does. Let's see. Oh, horror. What's going on, Horror Fields? Just wanted to say I love your content. Oh, for years, I love you and your channel. Well, we love you, Horror Fields. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and watching today. This may be a short episode. Me and Chuck may have to reschedule if I can't get him back. We may have to reschedule this and bring the Chuckster back again, and because we got to hear the rest of his story. Yes, for sure. For all you guys watching too. Here we go. The only movies that made a local theater money was allowing us 12 to 13-year-old boys in to watch Bruce Lee movies. R rating be damned. That's right. That's right, Samurai Warriors. You got to get in, man. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Let me see if he's responded here. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. Let me check email here as well. Apologize again, everyone, but this is what happens. This happens sometimes, man. Maybe his phone ran out of. Oh, we got a pop. He's back. The legend has returned. He will not be denied or defied. That's right. Hey, brother, what's going on,
Hallelujah.
man?
Man, these days
Hey.
you gotta have some camera techniques.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad you're back, man. We weren't leaving without you. That's right. You know, Samurai
100%.
Guy. It's not my first rodeo, brother. We just keep talking. We keep rocking and rolling until the guest comes back. Well, hey, man, I'm glad you're back. Can you still see me and hear me?
Yeah, I see and hear you. That's
All
good. You sound
right.
cool.
All right, man. Yeah, that's right. That's right. But yeah, back to your competition. Now you're competing. You said you were competing in 3 different divisions.
Yes, I won first place in all three divisions. That was pretty cool. It was at the Oakland Community. We're back again. Come on, Lord, what's going on?
It's all right, man. It's all right. It's all right. I'm gonna show everybody watching this amazing photo here. That's right. Look at that. They got the Chuckster right there on the left. This is an amazing photo, man. Is this one of your competitions you won? Can you
Actually,
see the
that's after
photo?
I got on to the West Coast demonstration team. You was
Nice.
Ernie Reyes Sr. and Georgetown. We're with the West Coast demonstration team. I was the opening act. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought that was
I
Ernie
gave
in
them
the
the music, so
right. I thought that was Ernie in the middle there, but that's an awesome photo, man. Another one of my
thank you.
favorite photos. I ran into Ernie like a Bruce. There was a Bruce Lee convention way back in the day, and I actually ran into him. I got my picture with him really quick. This was like 5 billion years ago. He was a sweetheart. But I love this photo right here, man. This photo right here. Boom. What? This is epic. We got
Thank
little,
you.
big Ernie and little Ernie there. There you go,
Yeah,
next to you, man. How cool is that?
yeah. That
That is
was
epic.
the first time I competed at the Long Beach Internationals. I think I was 18. I met Chuck Norris that same day. And Chuck Norris, I didn't even know who Chuck Norris was personally. He came up to me, he said, "Man, you're really good." I said, "Oh, thanks." He goes, "No, you're really good." I go, "Thank you, thank you." And I said, "You look familiar." He goes, "I am familiar." I said, "I saw you somewhere before." He goes, "Yeah, you saw me on the movie screen. I'm Chuck Norris." I was like,
Wow.
"Chuck Norris, oh my God." And that's why I took him over and introduced him to Ernie Reyes and Ernie Jr.
Right. Nice. How cool is that? Now, you know, when Chuck Norris says you're good, you damn good, okay?
Yeah. Well,
When you get
me
the
and Chuck stayed friends because he said, "I can't forget your name. We got the same name." And
yeah, yeah,
the next thing you know, I think about 1983, he had just finished doing, I think it was Lone Wolf movie or whatever. And he came
yeah.
in, he had this massive crowd with him. And he got on the stage and he saw me, he said, come up here, Chucky." And I went up and I sat next to him and he goes, "How's your career going?" I go, "It's all right, it's all right." And he took my hand and he's like, "The new Bruce Lee, the new Bruce Lee." And the cameras was flashing and everybody's going crazy. I was like, "Oh my God, thank you, thank you." I just want to do the best I could do. I know
Yeah,
some people get mad, you this Bruce Lee thing, but don't hate the player, hate the game.
that's right. That's right. And how cool is that? I mean, it doesn't get any cooler than Chuck Norris raising your arm and saying, "Hey, we got the new Bruce." And
Right?
your martial arts ability is insane, man. I've been watching some demo reels and all kinds of stuff, and I mean, your kicks, man. Your kicks are phenomenal.
Oh, thanks, man.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. I think around 1983, also Ernie Reyes. I sparred against Bill Superfoot Wallace. That's what I remember. And one of my teachers had told me, if ever you fight Bill, I want you to do this technique. So the first thing I did was that technique. So I did a double jab and a front kick and got Bill before he got me. And so after that, I was noted the fastest kicker in the USA. But hey, Bill is
Wow.
cool. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
He told me I was
It's
the best technician he ever fought. So we had a really good match. We were getting down. It's better than just the
oh.
kung fu movies.
Oh
Nowadays,
yeah.
when you see all of these movies, these guys doing all of these twists and turns and flips. I was like, you would have never got away with that in the fighting division.
Right.
That's
Right, right. Some stuff
all
some stuff
showmanship.
should stay in the movies. Some
Yeah,
stuff should stay in the movies.
I mean it's cute. I mean it's
Yeah.
flashy, but
It's fun.
to really
Yeah.
get down, you got to really get down.
Right. That's right. That's right.
And when you're
And
fighting the Kumite, you don't know who you're gonna fight. I remember like when I fought the Long Beach Internationals for the first time, there's like 150 people in my division. And my teacher said,
wow.
"Don't worry, just take one at a time. Just win your fights. It's gonna break down." And it did. So from the 100, it came to 50, from the 50 to 25 and on down. Next thing I was fighting for first, second, and third place. And that was really good. It was fun.
Wow.
I
That's
mean, like I
amazing.
said, the reason I say it was fun is because the element of surprise, you never know what you're gonna do. or how you're going to turn out. If you train, you're going to turn out good. Now, if you don't
Right.
practice, you're going to get kicked into the crowd.
Exactly. Exactly. Wow. How fascinating. I mean, how cool is that, man? You and Bill going at it for a little bit and friendly competition, man. Yeah. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Bill Wallace is legit. And you beat him to the punch that night. I mean, how cool is
That's
that?
right. As a matter of
Yeah.
fact, it was another time we came up together, and he said, "Well, everybody want to see us fight." He said, "What you want to do about that?" I said, "Well, since they want to see us beat each other, let's beat them."
There you
So we didn't
go.
fight each other. We just fought all of them. That was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah. When you went against Bill, is that when you got your nickname Quick Kick?
No, I got my nickname before that. As a matter of fact, Julius Baker, he had been trying to come up with a different name. At first, they used to call me Kung Fu, and Julius said, "No, you can't be Kung Fu doing Taekwondo. We got to come up with something." So he came up with Quick Kick, meaning quick was for the hands, and then kicks was for the dynamic kicks. And
Nice.
I met Bill Wallace. I think before I sparred with him, I met him one day. He was stretching on the stage, and I went up. I said, "I could do that too." He said, "Oh yeah, come on down here." I went down and I stretched, and we got to talking, and we've been friends ever since.
How cool is that? How cool is that? You got chat watching right now. Champ says, "Hello, Fat Samurai Guy and Chucky. How you doing, Champ? You
What's
saying
up?
hello to you? Yeah." And we got a Rock Williams here saying, "Yes, sir, Master Chucky Currie." There we
Hey,
go.
peace out. Strong
Yeah,
love.
good to see you, Rock. Thanks for chiming in, man. Yeah. Oh my goodness, yes. But yeah, I'm having a blast here, brother. This is so awesome hearing all these stories. But let's get to the combination of, again, you did the sparring competition, the self-defense, and then you did forms, and you won all of those. But you were like the pioneer of combining forms with music. So
Yes, sir.
how did that idea come about?
Well, I think it was a combination of different things because I remember Mr. Baker wanted me to do forms, and I didn't like doing forms. I thought forms was boring, and I just like no, not that. And
Yeah, yeah,
I didn't mind fighting, but forms just it's like you're on the spot. So I used to
yeah.
go home and I practice in my backyard with music, just having music on, just to not be bored, just to enjoy yourself as you train. And then I remember watching a lot of kung fu movies at home, and sometimes they would be in Chinese. So I would just turn them down and I would put the music on. And that's just become a habit. So after that, I went and I saw a record player at our studio at this school, and I brought two records to the practice. So I put on Enter the Dragon, and I was like, "Watch this, Mr. Baker, watch this." So I did some moves to that, and he goes, "Oh man, that's man, that's good, that's great, man, that's so sharp. We got to take that to the tournament circuit." I go, "No, that's not it." I go, "Watch this," and I put Michael Jackson on, "Shake Your Body Out to the Ground." Dun, 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 and
Yeah.
Julius like he goes, "Oh man, we definitely taking that to the circuit." So what we did is we got this big radio and a long extension cord, and we were at the U.S. Top 10 Nationals. And they never had no kind of nothing like that. Forums, people used to just wait for forums to get over so they can fight. But when we plugged that music on and we turned that beat on, the crowd just went crazy. They just jumped up like, yeah. And so Julius
Nice.
like, we got something here. And I was doing, I did a combination. I did hard style, soft style, gymnastics, and drama. So it was not like regular. So it just stood out. I remember that day Cynthia Rothart was there and George Chung was there, and they didn't have no music, so they were like, what I'm gonna do now?" So the next thing you
Wow.
know, people start bringing radios and boom boxes to the different tournaments, and it
Uh-huh.
just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Wow.
Yeah.
How cool is that, man? They're trying to copy from the best. That's right. That's right.
Then Ernie Reyes asked me to be on the demonstration team to go on tour as the opening act. And I would show them different music and give them different ideas, like with the Star Wars or whatever I thought was hecka tight. And of
Yeah.
course, I was using Prince's music because I had met Prince and I was all into what Prince was saying. I had my little relationship with my girl, and Prince's music just hit home base. So next thing you know, I end up meeting Prince. He asked me to go on tour, but I was like, I got like 70 students. I can't just leave them. He goes, "They will just leave you." But I still was like, "Don't worry." He said, "Well, it stays. Whenever you get ready, I'll be there for you." So it was cool. And,
How
and from
cool is
that
that?
point on, the West Coast demonstration team became in the Hall of Fame. I mean, we went on tour everywhere. We're doing a lot and we're getting paid. And that's what made the tournament circuit have to put money on there because after a while, we're like, we're not going to compete for trophies. We got enough trophies. We need money.
Right.
So they said, okay. They start giving us $100 per performance, but we had already got like 300. I got $300 for the 49ers halftime. And so they had to bring the money. They start bringing the money up, and then the fighters was like, "We want money too." So then they started giving the fighters money and stuff. And then full contact came around. So I was like, "Hey," I put on my boots and strapped on my shoes. I was like, "Let's just do it." And
Yeah.
they said,
Yeah.
"No, Chucky, you can't. We can't let you fight." They said we can't put people's heads back on. Because you break their neck, we can't fix it. Because my kicks were, I think they were timed at like 70 or 80 miles per hour, or whatever. They were really, really fast. Because I think the reason they were so fast is because I trained all of the time. And if you train in something and you relax and flow, speed equals power, you know? And
Yeah.
so PKL, they was like, no, you can't fight the full contact. So I started watching different people fight, and it was fun to watch them, but I was not allowed.
Right. Wow. Wow. Copy that. Copy that. But yeah, pioneering that martial arts meets music, and there's a lot of people today, younglings, that are doing the whole martial arts mixed with music forms and stuff like that. So you really pioneered that, man. You were one of the first.
Yes,
So
I
that's
was the
that's
first.
cool.
Make sure you get that one right. Because the tournament circuit at that time, it was all tradition. It was like either you're doing taekwondo, you're doing kempo, or you're doing kung fu. And then the main ones will compete for the grand championship.
Okay.
So a lot of the kung fu people had a lot of flash. So they had all these flashy uniforms and all these moves. Whereas the traditional kempo or traditional taekwondo, they just was tradition. So with me blending the styles together with gymnastics, like I was on the gymnastics team, so I was out there doing round off backflips, split
Man.
kick, running jump side kicks, going to the splits.
Yeah.
So it just caught a whole different audience. But nowadays, when I watch the tournament circuit or I watch some of these different people, I think they went a little too far because, throwing the staff up in the air, watching it twist and then come all the way down and then they get it and then they do their stuff. I remember one time I was doing my nunchuckles and I did a trick like that, and my teacher said, "Yeah, well, when you throw them in the air, that's when the other guy gonna hit you in the head." So I said,
Copy
"Okay,
that.
we ain't gonna do that. We just gonna keep it realistic."
Yeah, yeah, copy that. With a little flash on that. Put some flash
Yeah.
spice
One
on
time
that.
I was gonna tell you I did 6 backflips, 6 flip flops, and then a jump side kick. I just was determined to win that day,
Nice.
and that's with wooden floors. And I was gonna say again, when you see those movies, they're all choreographed. But when you're on the real circuit, either forms or fighting or anything like that, it's like right on the spot. It ain't no camera tricks. It's like it's the real thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. This photo right here. Where'd you run into Ty Mac here?
Timac. Well, the first time I met Timac was at the Long Beach International. It was the first one I was at. He told me he had fought teams that day. He was standing next to me, and for some reason, I was like, "You fought teams?" I was like, "You should have just got out there and fought single like I did. I mean, fight everybody."
Yeah, yeah,
But then after that, I told him, I said, "You're probably gonna end up playing my role in a movie one day." And he's like laughing. And then you got to be careful what you speak, because the next thing you know, they had asked me to do the movie The Last Dragon, but my family kept on moving. So I said, the only way you can reach me is through Ernie Reyes, because that's the only number that I know that's persistent. But when
yeah,
they called me, when they called Ernie for me, he couldn't find me. I don't know. I was a pretty busy guy at that time. I was all over the
yeah.
place. And
So
Ernie said he had come to my studio twice and left messages or whatever. The next thing I know, I called down to New York and they're on the set, him and Ernie Jr. and the team. So I just was like, oh man, it kind of hurt, but I was like, whatever. I know who I am. And
yeah,
as time went on, one of Bruce Lee's best friends, James Lee's son, Gregan Lee, he said, Chucky, man, when I heard the Last Dragon was out, he goes, I went and I waited in this long line, man, all the way around the corner. He goes, I just knew that was your movie. He goes, but when I got in and I saw the guy doing the moves and it wasn't you, he goes, man, I felt ripped off. He goes, I know you had to feel ripped off. I was like, man, well, ain't nothing we could do about it. It is what
right.
it is. And I
Wow.
was
So
running
you
into time.
you were while you were the original choice at some point to be
Oh
Bruce
yeah, the guy
Leroy.
came up, he was writing it. He goes, I got this great idea, man. And he said, the only thing is you got to cry in the movie. And my teacher said, you're the one who said you wasn't going to cry. I said, I didn't say I wasn't going to cry. He goes, yes, you did. I said, man, I would have cried. That was nothing, but whatever. Life goes on.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Life
then my
goes
teacher
on.
said, he said, when I saw that movie, he goes, it just made me laugh. He goes, because it just seemed like if you had did it, it would have been a whole different thing. It would have been a whole much more realistically speaking. He goes, how
Uh
long
huh.
do you think it would really be for you to beat Shonuff? How long would that have took? He goes, the first scene,
Yeah.
bam. No.
Well,
So,
I'm sure.
so
Yeah, but it's all good, man. It is what it is. Like you said, life goes on, and you're still doing your thing, and it's all good, you know. And I'm sure if you were casted as Bruce Leroy, you would have killed it. You definitely would have killed it, brother, for sure.
you know, I had already got my camera from my teacher at 16, so I started making movies. And but the whole thing is, my movies kept getting stolen. They were getting stolen at the point that I just was so frustrated. It's like, this is ridiculous. As a matter of fact, me and Scott Coker, the president of Bellator, I
Yeah.
made this movie with him co-starring in it with me called Into the Tiger. That was the first Into the Tiger, but it got passed along to different, because Scott kicked the guy, so everybody wanted to see the movie because Scott accidentally kicked the guy in the head. So everybody wanted
Oh,
to see the movie, and next thing it was gone. And people come up to me, "Oh, we saw the movie at the studio. It was so good. It was so good," and it never ended up coming back.
huh. Yeah.
But that's okay. That's okay. We still
Yeah.
got cameras. It's not like it was then, and now is a whole different program. Because back then was no cell phones.
Right. Right.
Not
Right. Everybody
everybody in
got
the
a
house
camera
has
now.
2 cell phones.
Right. Right. You can make your movie. Hey, let's film a movie, Chucky. Let's go, brother. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah. But
Uh,
you know, when we did Enter the Tiger, the new one recently,
yeah.
we only filmed for one day, and I had to go through almost like 3 years of asking this guy to film with me. And finally he decided, okay, let's do it. And so I called my other friend who was a filmmaker from the Bay Area to come down, and got my little brother down here, and we got a couple of fighters, and we just went and went for it. It took him like a month to get it edited, but once it came out, we had it previewed at the Hilton Hotel downtown, and the place was jam packed. But the
Yeah.
only thing, Giovanni didn't get there until about 11 at night. So pretty much they had all streamed out. And I remember Giovanni's mother was crying. She goes, "Why did he do this? Why? Why?" But when we saw the movie was good. But I just always wanted to make a full feature, but it's
Right.
just not that easy. You know, it takes
Well, still, yeah.
it takes a lot of money. But another thing that made me think back to Donnie Yen, because way back in the days in forums competition, I competed against Donnie Yen once. Not just Donnie,
What?
it was like the top 10. It was called the Superstar Nationals.
Yeah.
And Donnie was good. Everybody was good. But I won the grand.
Wow.
I
So
won the grand.
you
And
beat Donnie Yen, is what you're saying.
yeah, Donnie Yen's form was more of a traditional Chinese style. I mean, everybody up
Right.
there was good. Cynthia Rothrock, Karen Shepard, all of the top form competitors. I don't
Yeah.
think Simon Wiener was there yet, Simon and his brother Philip, but it was like the top in that area. And everybody was really good. But
Yeah.
I think my music combination with my drama
Your
and my
style.
flash took me to another level.
Wow. How cool is that? Man, this story is geting even more epic every minute. Well,
To God
since
be
you
the
brought
glory
up
before he strike me down. Glory to God. No.
well, let's have some fun here. I was gonna save it till later in the episode, but let's go and have some fun since you brought up Into the Tiger now. Again, congrats on the short film winning awards, man. Congratulations on that. You know, when you
Thank
did it
you.
back in the day. But just for funsies, let's show it to the audience watching right now, and then we'll watch it again and get your little behind the scenes commentary with it. All right. Here we go. Here's a little fight sequence, a little taste of Enter the Tiger. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, your jumping kick there, your jump kick that you did. That was like amazing, man. I can't even get up off the couch without grabbing my back. All right. And
That's
you're just
funny.
doing cartwheels, jumping in the air. I mean, it's crazy, man. How
I'm
cool is
used to
that?
like saying no strings attached.
But yeah, let's have some fun. Let's look at it again here. I'm going to bring it up, do some screen share action. Let's check it out again here. Yeah, bring it up. And so let everybody know that's watching right now the concept behind the full short film, because there's a little bit more footage here. And because were you an assassin, a spy? Let everybody know how this idea came about for Enter the Tiger.
Yeah, basically I was a undercover spy, but then all of a sudden I just come across these guys beating up this guy, and I had to run and help them so they wouldn't kill him. And then when it all came down, it was just a dream.
Right. Look at the Chuckinator right here. Look at this. Look at this, man. You can still go, brother. That's amazing. And you said you had like a day to film this fight, right?
Yeah, it was something else because that particular jump flying kick, I had to run uphill. It'd be
Oh
different if it
wow.
was running downhill.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
Giovanni's like, we got to run uphill because I was like, I wanted the buildings in the background. I mean, I helped with the set design and all that.
Yeah.
It was really cool. And one guy
Yeah.
broke his pinky finger. That was the only sad thing.
Ooh, right in the back. Oh, right in the bread basket. There we go.
Yeah.
What location was this? This area here?
It's called Embarcadero down by Seaport Village here in San Diego. I think it's really nice. I think it's a great place for filming. And Philip Safari helped us, and Giovanni Taglia. Everybody, my brother Reggie, everybody just worked so smoothly together. I definitely wanted to do more, but time has a way of getting by, and
Oh
you
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
life goes on too. When the time comes, the time comes. We did some more little short films, but just gotta keep your eyes on the prize, man. When the
Yeah.
time comes, it will
Yeah. It's
happen.
never too late, right, brother? Never
That's
too
right,
late.
man.
Where'd you get the fighters to go up against you in this fight scene?
Giovanni hired him. I think he went online and told people we were making this film, and we had about like maybe 8 people showed up, and then time was going on, so 2 of them had to leave, and we just took it from what we had, and we just built on that.
Right. Copy that. I love all the sound effects too, man. All the legit kung fu sound effects, especially when you whipped your head there. That was great.
Yeah, Giovanni is really talented. His editing was really good. I mean, we had our differences, but it still turned out good. But it's all good. Like I said, you can't turn back the clock.
Right, right, right. This guy, poor guy right here. I think he got the worst of it. He got the worst of it. Fatality. Yeah, he got the worst of it there.
Yeah, I think my
Oh,
cousin Kenny Pitts, he said, you know what? I
oh.
think that guy got cut more times than anybody in one fight scene.
Oh my goodness.
I just
Now
like to make
see,
it real, man. I like to make it dynamic. I mean, the
yeah,
flying kicks and stuff are good and stuff, but I like the realism of it. I don't want to be doing no fly over him and then do the cut.
right,
Just go
right, right,
directly to
right.
the cut, like a fight, a real fight.
You know what I love about what always makes me laugh about martial arts movies and even samurai films and stuff and ninja movies and all that is sometimes the henchmen are smart and they'll see the hero like destroy like 30 dudes and then they'll run away, right? And then sometimes after seeing this, like after I saw that, I'd be running away. I'm like, no. And then one I'm like, no, I don't want. I'm not. We're good. I'm good. I don't need it. It's not worth it. But then you get. Sometimes you get these guys that think they can take you, and unfortunately, this guy found out as well. But yeah, man, look at that cartwheeling. Look at this. Whipped out the chucks. That's right, Chucky with the chucks.
Ah, yeah. I
Was this
always have
supposed
to
to
do
be
something.
a little bit longer sequence?
Well, like I said, Giovanni did a lot of the editing, and we just came out with what we came out with, and that just sets the scene for the future. It's going to be more dynamic. I don't know who's going to do it, but I know I'm going to be a part of it, so it's all good.
Yeah, yeah, that's right, man. That's right. Hey, ho, what? What? That indie film fight clip? Scratch the martial arts action itch, baby. Yeah, I love all that kind of stuff, man. Yeah, and congrats on that little short winning awards, man. Congratulations on that. And shout
Yeah,
out
we won
Reggie.
the Action on Film Festival, which was the biggest action film festival going on, and that was 2017. It was great. I got to meet actor, producer Glenn Turman, and I was sitting with Bill Duke, and I ran into Ron Van Cleef. It was just a really exciting thing to be there. Robert Goldman, a lot of top martial artists was there, including Samuel Kwok. He was there too.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I actually got a chance to interview Ron last year. I had him on the show. Yeah, he's another the dragon man. Love that guy. But yeah, let's get back to this here. Hold on a second. Get a little lag here, and let's take a look at some more of these amazing photos. So going back to you and Talk, Mr. Talk, Ty Mac, where was this? I got Talk Sakaguchi on my brain now. Where was this? You guys are getting awards here, you and Ty Mac.
That was the Masters Hall of Fame. My friend who was on the end, Robert Perham, invited me. So he came and picked me up with him and Ty Mac, and we drove down, and it was pretty nice. It was nice to get the award and sit at the table and just enjoy the adventure.
Amazing. Well deserved, brother. Well deserved. Congratulations, man. Yeah,
Thank you.
congrats. Is that Gino Kang on the left there?
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, he's another guy I got to reach out to and get him on the show, man. That's another legend.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, yeah. But look at the fro. Look at the fro, son. That's right. That's right. Representing. I think this might be my favorite old school picture of you right here. Bam! That's what I'm talking. I mean, look at that photo. Man, that's amazing. That's amazing. Where was this location at?
We were in San Jose at the Japanese Friendship Gardens. We had actually filmed Into the Tiger there with me and Scott Coker, the original.
The original, right.
But like I said, my brother said, "Don't cry over spilled milk."
Nah, man. Nah. Good things are on their way, I'm sure, man. Just keep kicking, brother. Keep grinding. And I got some more photos here. There we go. Love that one. Now who's everyone in this photo here with you?
Oh well, I know Jeff Langton is on the left, and
Oh shit,
Harry
Jeff.
Wong is on the right. Harry Wong came and picked me up, and he took us all down to the beach, and we did some photo shoots. It was cool. And Harry,
Nice.
rest in peace. He was a good guy. He worked as a stuntman for Sylvester Stallone in Rambo.
Nice. Yeah, I just had Jeff on the show not too long ago. He's coming on. We'll get him back on the show in the future. Yeah. Shout out to Jeff. But again, more legends here. You're getting these crazy autographs, man. You got me jealous. You got Steve James. What?
Yeah, I met Steve James the same day I met Brandon Lee. It was in what's that? Some way up Pasadena. We're in Pasadena at the
Okay.
martial arts tournament.
Yeah.
Afterwards, I talked to Steve. He was really, really cool. He told me about Canon Pictures, and then I met Brandon. I was really surprised because Brandon had been in the lobby, and he just told me, "Man, my father would be so proud of you, and just keep doing what you're doing." And Brandon was so cool. And a couple of weeks later, Brandon died. So timing is
Yeah.
everything. I was sad about what happened with Brandon, and I know that Shannon was really mad as hell. But life has this way of doing what it does, and all we can do is the best we can while we're here.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think he just recently passed away, the anniversary of him passing away. I think it's a couple of days ago or it was yesterday. Brandon, rest in power, Brandon Lee, for sure. Thoughts on the new Crow movie coming out? Do you have any thoughts on the new?
I just think let them do what they're doing. But of course, the
Okay.
original with Brandon, that can't be touched. It's just a classic. But
Copy that.
they do Superman 1, 2, 27. I don't know. They're not gonna try to do it again,
Yeah.
But the original is always, to me, unless you just supersonic director or something. But the original,
Right.
it stands out on its own.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the new one might be good, right?
Yeah, I mean,
But
let them do it. Just let them do it. But that won't take the place of the original. It'll
No.
just be a new something that's done.
Right. A new vision and stuff. When you were mentioning Bellator and Scott earlier, one of the things I enjoy about you is you have this rich history of martial arts and upbringing and training and competing and learning all these different styles, but yet you still embrace the world of MMA. I think that's wonderful. I think that's how it should be, right? And a lot of traditional martial artists that I've interviewed in the past, they really still to this day look down on MMA. They look down on it. And I'm just kind of like, dude, it's fighting's fighting, man.
Yeah,
Everyone's martial arts
it's
journey is
also the
different.
big upbringing. I mean, why hate it? I
Re-
mean, here these guys are. They do all this training. They had to go out there and they had to beat each other down, just like in the boxing. When boxing was out, wasn't nobody getting mad because they were doing boxing. And now
exactly.
it's brought martial arts up to a gigantic level, full power. I mean, a lot of these guys who do these forms, some of the guys who do forms can't fight. My teacher used to say, "You're one of the only ones who I've seen who can do forms and can fight." Because most of the people who do forms, when it comes up to fighting, they just don't get that fighting power. They don't
Hmm.
get that sting of the dragon. You have to be able to just let loose and get down. They could do performance and stuff, but it's not the same when you actually having to make contact. So
Right.
some of those guys who are mad about it, they need to upgrade. That's like saying I'm gonna stay on the typewriter.
Right. Exactly.
Stay
Right.
on the
Yeah.
typewriter, man. Upgrade, upgrade. Don't
Yeah.
hate the players. It brought martial arts to the home view to everybody. I mean, at first it used to be nothing but wooden trophies, man, and now it's millions of dollars. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah. And a lot of the MMA champions we've had and fighters that are out there, they've had a traditional karate background and a traditional taekwondo background, and they've just evolved and learned as they went. That's what it's
Yeah,
all
like
about.
Bruce Lee said. Bruce Lee used to say you should be able to adapt. Whoever you're fighting, you should be able to change to be able to beat him. You shouldn't be locked in a pattern where this is all I can do. Hey,
Right.
hey, hey. No, it has to be able to change. If they come this way, you go that way and this way, and you got to counter. You should have kicks, punches, flips, whatever it takes to win the fight. Win the fight.
There you go. Preaching the gospel right here, Chucky Curry. Yeah, yeah, man. But yeah, it's nice to see that. I mean, no offense to all those legends I've interviewed and stuff like that. They're pioneers in their own right, and they can have their opinion. No offense to those guys, but it's still nice to see someone from that generation still embracing, mixed martial arts today. It's
As
nice
a
to
matter of
see.
fact, when I was at the last Bellator fight, I was sitting with afterwards. I talked to Scott, and I was like, "Man, that guy who won that million, I would have beat him." And Scott was like, he's like, "Oh, no doubt about it, no doubt about it." And I was like, "Damn." But it's a good thing it changed because, like I said, back then it was when Chuck Norris was fighting, it was nothing but trophies. Joe Louis, nothing but trophies.
Right.
But then once the West Coast demonstration team and the music started coming out, I told Scott one day I was at his house with him way before MMA happened, and I had this vision of those cages and stuff like that and the lights, and I told Scott. And the next thing time went on and it happened. So it's all about, like you said, evolving. You got to change, like
Hmm.
the change is a change in the state. You can't just be stuck in some old pattern and think that that's the end. Like, okay, I'm just gonna use these matches right here. I'm not gonna get the torch. I'm gonna just scratch this match.
Yeah.
You got to upgrade, man. And if
Yeah.
you don't, good luck. Because if you come up to the street, like on the street, everything goes. They ain't gonna say, "Oh, I'm gonna just do traditional street fighting, and you do traditional fighting karate, and we see who wins." No,
Right.
you gotta go all out or get
That
knocked out.
There you go. Yeah. Truth. Spitting the truth and facts. That's right. And you know, I I briefly took karate for a while. I took karate, a little bit of jujitsu, a little bit of Thai boxing, but I am not an expert at all. I'm just putting that out there. But while I was training, one of my karate instructors, he told me he had I noticed he had Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do book, and he always reads it and gets info out of it. And he told me, I asked him, say, "Oh, did you enjoy the book? How do you like the book?" He was like, "Oh, there's great stuff in here." And he said, but he believes, in his opinion, that Bruce Lee's book on Jeet Kune Do, he believes that Bruce wasn't done yet in terms of writing his style. Like this was like he said in his opinion, he thought that Bruce Lee's book was like the beginning. Like Bruce Lee was going to write more books and be and evolving himself as a martial artist and writing, in terms of his teaching. He thought that Bruce Lee's book was just like he was like, in my opinion, This book's great. I love it, but I don't think Bruce Lee was done. I think Bruce Lee had a lot more to say. What do you think about that?
Well, I like that book. I had it, and I read a lot, of course, about Bruce Lee, Bruce Lee, Bruce Lee. And it's 50 years later, and it's still dun, 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 So
Yeah,
I'm proud of you. So yeah, he opened the door for the water to flow, so to speak. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And
yeah.
like you said, make it work for you.
There it
Make
is.
it work
That's
for
right.
you. And I
That's
met a
right.
lot of Bruce Lee students. Of course, I know Danny Asano, and then I have met Teki Komuro and Poet. Just a lot of different ones. The first black guy, I met him. He was really cool, and all of them was really cool. And they just, they believed 100%. If you're gonna do it, do it. Now, if you're not gonna do it, get out of it.
Right.
And he used to say the most dangerous person to fight is a wild man. Cause see, a wild man, he ain't got no traditions. He's just trying to kick your butt and run. And if
Right.
he's hungry, he's really gonna kick your butt.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, copy that. But yeah, I always thought that was interesting that my one of my karate instructors said that. He was just like he believes that Bruce he was just getting started, you know.
You know
But
what? You know what? What's the trip about that is when I think about like the Matrix and all of these different things, I always flash back to how Jesus was always teaching peace. But that one
mhm,
particular time when they tried to attack Jesus and it wasn't the time, he did the Matrix on them. They couldn't catch him. They can't touch that. So when it comes down to it, he's
yeah,
the master of disaster. He's the master of everything. And so
yeah,
God be the glory. And everybody like Bruce Lee, God made Bruce, God made me, God made you. I mean, and we all have a certain amount that we got to do while we're here. But don't hate the player, hate the game. Bruce did his best. And what else can
yeah,
you ask him? Just,
yeah.
hey man, he did his best and he did it in a short time.
Mhm.
32 years old. I'm 63 now, and I'm gonna tell you, 32 went by real quick. But
Yeah,
I'm glad I'm still here, and I'm gonna tell people too. No matter how hard life gets, don't give up. Hold
that's right.
on. It ain't over till God say it's over. Now, if you take yourself out, you messing up your story because eternity is forever. And life right now, life is short. It's not tomorrow. Ain't promised to nobody.
That's right.
So don't give up and don't hate yourself. Pray about yourself. And he said, all things work together for the good for those who love the Lord. So I thank my God for my mother telling me about the Lord because now I can at least, within being my martial artist, tell people about the Lord. Because when it comes down to it, every knee shall bow. Now, if you think you're better than that, get ready for that great day.
And if there's any proof, if you just never give up and you keep on kicking and training, the proof is right here with this guy looking younger than me, by the way. You look way younger than me. Look at all this. I'm like Gandalf the Grey over here, man. Look at this. Yeah.
Somebody asked me about my picture with all my long hair. They go, "What happened to your hair?" And I was like, "Life, man, life, man."
All right, life. See this gray hair? Life, man.
And the Bible says gray hair is a sound. It's a crown. It's a crown. It's a
Oh,
great thing. It's a
oh,
great thing.
okay.
You're wise. You're good. Everybody
Oh,
didn't get to get that, so it's all good.
all right. Chucky said I'm wise. All right, there's hope. But have you met any other MMA fighters?
Yeah, I met a whole lot of them, and names have got harder and harder for me through the years because there's been so many different people that I've met. So many different shows that we've done, and with Scott having a Bellator, I go to like when he comes to town, he introduced me to these people, and there's just so many of them, and there's so many. Like Hoist Gracie is pretty funny because I met Hoist a long time before MMA started. So
Okay.
after
Oh,
MMA
wow.
started, huh?
No, I said wow.
Yeah,
Before,
so one
yeah.
time I remember we were at this fight, Bellator, and we're going to the restroom, and his little cousin is somebody supposed to be like his bodyguard. And I looked at his cousin, and I said, "Man, please." If there was gonna be something going on, ain't nothing you can do but watch. And if you ran into it, you would just get thrown out of it. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And yeah, as a matter of fact, Time might come tell me, why don't you go and fight MMA? He goes, Ron did it, and he was all. I said, you know what? Ron did what he did. I even had asked Scott at one point, Scott, let me fight somebody. And Scott
Yeah.
was like, no, man, Chucky, your days is over for that. You just go ahead and do your movies. You just do
Yeah.
Chucky, do your best at what you can do. And that's it for me. I ain't got to try to prove nobody wrong. If
No.
they come up on me, I got something for them. Now,
Right.
I mean, that's just who I'm gonna be. I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
sitting there, you know. I'm
Yeah.
not like one of these cartoon characters, like Jim said. You know, you come right out of a comic book. No,
Yeah.
if you're gonna come at me, like one time this guy challenged me. He came down to my studio, wanted to challenge me. I said, okay, meet me in my studio Saturday morning. So when he got to my studio, it was like working at a family fitness center. I said, okay. I go, let's go, 100% everything. He goes, nah. I go, no. You want to fight me, man.
Yeah.
Everything. No, no, none, no end until it's over.
Right.
And he's like, no, no. Well, if you ain't gonna do it, shut up and walk away.
That's right.
As a matter of fact, in Kung Fu, the highest and most advanced technique is running. So if you want to run, run. That's okay. But if you want to fight, fight. And then don't have
Right.
no excuse.
Well, it's
If
always
you
these
fight,
guys,
everything
man.
goes.
It's
I was
always
thinking
these
of that
guys.
one song today. This one song, the girl says, I hit that witch with a bottle. No.
Well,
But sticks and stones, everything is allowed in the fight.
yeah,
If you don't got
yeah,
to do it, don't do it.
right. Copy that. But back to Hoyce here. This is cool. You got a little autograph from him. How cool is that, man?
Yeah, he's really
Yeah,
cool guy.
yeah, yeah. Is this you and Gino right here?
No, that's another guy. His name is Tony. One of my friends. We're on the set of Triple X State of the Union, or it might have been the Hulk. He played in both of the movies. It was cool.
Copy that. And you did some self-defense DVDs, I believe. It's on your website.
Oh yeah, I got my little self defense DVDs because seminars and traveling. I did so much traveling. I just didn't want to travel no more. I mean, unless I
Yeah,
have to, I won't.
right.
Especially with bombs blowing up in planes and all these shoe bombers, all these crazy people.
Yeah,
No. And the road rage, you can't even, nobody even want to let you get over. Everybody want to be in front of you. I'm like,
right.
go ahead. I'll meet you at the next light.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But let everybody know what Chuck Keto is all about.
Well, they started calling me Chucky Doe when I was 16 years old. It was just a name they called me, Chucky Doe. And later on, Chucky means like in Korean, Chucky, hapchagi is kick. I'll say kicking energy style, kicking way. It's like Jeet Kune Do is Jeet Kune Do. My
Right.
version is Chucky Do. So I do
Okay.
Jeet Kune Do, but I do Chucky Do because my plate ain't gonna be the same as Bruce Lee's.
Right.
I might not want no spaghettis. I might want steak if that's what.
Yeah. Oh, he froze again. The Grandmaster is frozen once again. We might have to wait for him to pop out and pop back in, guys. But I've been having a blast this whole time. I mean, these stories. I mean, this is insane. I had absolutely no idea that he was the original guy that they were going to do Last Dragon. Have him play Bruce Leroy. No idea about that. That's just so really fascinating. Sparring and going against Bill Superfoot Wallace, getting the nickname, Chuck Norris calling him the next Bruce Lee, and then the embracing of mixed martial arts. I love it. I love that about Chucky, man. I love that. But yeah, we'll have to wait for him to pop back in again. But while I'm here hanging out, you can ask old Samurai Guy any questions. I am here, brothers and sisters and legends. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out. This is just part of the game. But let me know. I'll click on some of your comments. I'll put it on screen. You got any questions for me in terms of martial arts, movies, all that good stuff? I will answer the questions until the Grandmaster returns. Sounds like a movie right there. The Grandmaster returns. 7 Grandmasters. There's a martial arts kung fu classic, old school classic right there. But yeah, he was He was on the set of Hulk, and we're going to get into his filmmaking career a little bit here and talk about some of his projects when he hopefully he comes back and he pops back in here. All right. Oh, Champ says, will you do a Godzilla spoiler review? Yes. Yes. We made an announcement during our Out of the Theater reaction for GXK. We're going to be doing a spoiler review this Sunday. What time? We don't know yet. Probably be afternoon. But yeah, so keep you'll see it scheduled, Champ, when we talk about the movie there. There he is. The Grandmaster returns. All right. Hey, keep rocking and rolling, brother. We keep
May
rocking
the
and
force
rolling.
be
That's
with
all.
you.
That's right. Here we go.
God.
So yeah, man. So you started getting into more films along the way here. First of all, some cool articles. Thanks again for showing some of these articles on your filmmaking journey here, and you're featured in so many magazines where they had uh, a whole page dedicated to you, man. How cool is that? So, what made you want to like, hey, you know what? I'm going to start getting into movies a little bit more now. What made you want to do that? Make that jump? You just felt like it was just time.
Well, I had been doing movies, and then I won the Hollywood Martial Arts Action Contest, and Don the Dragon Wilson was there, and I had already been doing it live, so I was like, why not just take it to the next level? And I think when I got on the set of Ocean's 11, and I met Brad Pitt backstage, and Brad was telling me, man, you got to join the union, otherwise you're just gonna be in the background, man. You deserve to be up front.
Copy that. It's a cool photo with you and Brad here. How was it being on part of the Ocean's 11 project here, working with these guys? Oh, we may have lost him again. These next couple of questions might be quick and to the point before we lose lose Chucky again. It's all good though. We keep it moving. Let me go back to the comment section here. Paul, hey, what's up, Paul? How you doing? Hey, Fat Samurai Guy, loving the conversation. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. Despite technical difficulties, which comes with the territory. Thank you for making this available. Salute to Master Chucky. Well, when he pops back in, I'll make sure he sees that comment there. But yeah, while I'm here, while we're hanging out, it's become a live Q&A episode now. So cheers to everybody watching. Go and ask Samurai Guy some questions. We'll hang out, have some fun, and wait for the Grandmaster to return. And then we might have to speed up some of the questions and then wrap it up for the day. We don't know how much we'll have him on screen with us. So, all right. You know, I would like to see it. I was sold by the trailer, and I love the fact that it's rated R, man. And I'm already the cast. Dan Stevens. Oh, I forgot the other guy's name. The big guy. He's actually voicing the main villain ape in the new Planet of the Apes movie coming out. It's Kevin Durant, I think. He's in there. You got the girl from Scream is in there, and I forgot who else is in the movie. The gentleman from Breaking Bad and Mandalorian. I can't believe his name is escaping me right now, but you guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this, hopefully this is a fun vampire horror flick for sure. I'm just happy it's rated R, man. And hopefully Abigail is fun. The character of Abigail. Hopefully Abigail is not annoying. But here he is. He has returned. Hopefully, there he is. There he is. All right.
I guess, like Michael Jackson says, the Force has got a lot of power. Don't stop till you get enough, man.
There you go. Don't stop. Don't stop. Well, let's kind of quickly go through these questions here before we lose you again. How was it being a part of the Ocean's 11 project?
It was great, man. Meeting everybody was cool, especially Brad Pitt and George Clooney. It was really cool, and the director and producer was great. It was great. I learned a lot about top line. You know what I'm saying? Not B movies, but A-list movies. It was fun. It was great.
Yeah, copy that. Really quick before we lose you again, Paul Brown says, loving the conversation. Thank you for making this available. Salute to Master Chucky. So I want to make sure you saw that comment there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, let's rewind a little bit to back a little bit earlier. Cyber Tracker 2, Electric Boogaloo with Don the Dragon Wilson. How was it working with him? I love this picture right here with you and Daniel Bernhardt, man. How cool is that?
That was cool. But when I got down to do the movie with Don Wilson, that's when I first met Art Camacho. And he was like, this is just going to be a screen season and you ain't going to do nothing. Just sit on the corner. No. So I was like, what? I was up to here, right? But then after that, Don came down and Don was like, why didn't you come upstairs, Chucky? I said, he told me to stay downstairs. But anyway, life goes on once again, you just got to keep on rolling, rocking and rolling.
Keep on rolling.
Art is cool with me now, so it's all good, man.
Yeah, copy that. Yeah, when I was interviewing, when I interviewed Art and you popped in, he was like, hey, Chucky. I remember that. I remember you saying hello to you. But yeah, boom, Rush Hour 2. I think everyone can agree Rush Hour 2 has probably the best fight scenes out of all three. Do you agree with that? Do you think the second one has the best fight scenes out of the three?
I kind of just like working with Jackie that day and meeting the cast and crew and the directors and even like the guy in charge of the stunts. Once again, he's like, "Yes, we already got the fight scenes laid out. No one's gonna fight Jackie no more. Everybody just be quiet." So you
Yeah.
just gotta listen to what the director said. Just keep on going your own way. I was like, okay, no problem. Jackie introduced me to the main director. We had to me do my little sparring in the background. So hey, do your thing and just keep on doing it. That's all it is.
Yeah. Hey, it's still cool. I mean, obviously, we'd love to see you have a fight scene with Jackie, of course, but it's still cool that you were there, a part of the project, and you got to meet the actors. And I mean, how cool is that, man? But in my
It was
opinion,
cool. I mean, when I first
what's up?
I said when I met Chris Tucker, it was kind of funny because I told his bodyguard to give him the magazine. The magazine said, "You just give it to him." I go, "No, you give it to him." So finally, when I saw Chris, he's like, "Oh, you all lifting my eyelids? I'm trying to get my makeup done." I was like, "Whatever, dude." So then after that, he came out. He said, "Brother, you want to take a picture with me?" I said, "No." He goes, "Well, can I take a picture with you?" I said, "I guess, right?" So we took our picture.
Hey, that was a
So
pretty
it's
good.
all good. Just
That
being
was
on the set
pretty
of
good.
it, learning, seeing everything happen, just being a part of it is all good.
Yeah. Watching the filmmaking process, yeah, for sure. I'm sure that was fascinating. But that was a pretty spot on Chris Tucker impression you did right there. Oh my goodness. Now this movie, Triple X, State of the Union, but you got a whole bunch of big actors in here: Samuel L. Jackson, William Dafoe, and stuff. I'm gonna be honest, man. When this trailer dropped, I didn't think I was gonna like the movie because I just came off Vin Diesel one, and I didn't think I was gonna like it. But when I went to see it, I really enjoyed it, man. I thought it was a blast. I thought it was a lot of fun. State of the Union. I was busting up laughing. It was like almost an action comedy and a parody at some points.
I really like meeting Ice Cube, and I like meeting Lee Tamahari, the director. So you learn it a lot while you're behind the scenes, just like when you're in front of the camera. It's
Yeah,
it's all about timing, man. And you want your timing to be right, and otherwise it'll be wrong. I mean, I don't want to be like, for instance, I see, I was watching Michael Jai White just smashing this person all in the head. I don't want to be that guy. Or Steven Seagal throwing people all through the bridges and breaking them up. I don't. I'm not a stunt guy to just get beat down. If I
right,
can't really show my talent, I'll just be in the background carrying some pizza around and getting my check.
right. Yeah, but whatever works, whatever works. But you're there on set. You're there learning the filmmaking process. You're still learning, even if
Yeah.
you're there carrying the pizza box. You're still you're still learning, man. But yeah,
Hey,
I didn't think I was gonna like State of the Union, but I actually enjoyed it. And I when Ice Cube's character came back for the next Triple X, I was busting up, man. That was like a great cameo. I was laughing, man. I was having a lot of fun with that. Yeah.
that's
Yeah, man. But Enter the Tiger. Hey, it's never too late, brother. It's never too late to do some more indie films, maybe a web series for YouTube, son. Do a web series for YouTube, part chapter
yeah.
one, two,
The
three.
whole thing is today's world. Everything costs so much money, and so that means everybody needs so much money, and people are money hungry, and that's what it is. If
Right,
you ain't $10,000 for them, they ain't got no time. If you give them 1,000 or 2,000 something, like Ice T was saying. He goes, he might have not gave the biggest budget, but he gave a budget. He has something to give. If you
right,
get the
right.
people that's investing in you, then you can do that. But in the meantime, sometimes, for instance, Tupac, he did all that stuff and he died at like 23 years old. I'd rather be alive now at 63
Yeah.
than dead at 27.
Right?
So just whatever
Yeah.
God got for me, that's all I want.
Sure.
The main thing I want is to make it to heaven. I ain't got to make it to Hollywood. I know them
No.
chicken years.
Yeah.
I lived my life. I had a good time, and I fought the real fight.
There
And
you
so when I
go.
see these guys flipping and twisting and looking at the camera like this, like that's a big deal,
Yeah.
I'd be like, man, that would have never worked on the circuit. If you're so bad, jump into MMA, jump in that
Ah,
ring,
there
and
you
then do the
go.
flips. Do the
There you
jump on
go.
the jump on the ropes and flip back.
There you go. I mean, that was the perfect way to end the episode right here, but I don't want to end it just yet. Really quick, I want to show one more fun fight clip. So what was Kung Chi Do all about? What was that all about? Was that
Well,
another
that's the
web
guy who was
series?
well, this guy who came and asked me to do this part in this little short film, and I just said, why not? And so we went down and we filmed it, and it was that. And then the guy who they wanted me to be fighting against, I just thought he was too short. I was like, man, that looked like I'm the bully. I mean, you just don't seem like it wouldn't be no real fight. I mean, at least try to make it realistic.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it might be some little people that's pretty bad, but I ain't gonna let them just run up on me.
Right.
I'm
Right.
like,
Right. Yeah.
they could run up and I'm gonna toss them that direction or do a Steven Seagal on them or something. I ain't gonna just go down like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I did
Well,
like Master Z. I thought that was good. I was watching Michelle Yeoh cutting the chairs and all of that. I
yeah.
mean, they must be having so much fun and they're getting paid. But as long
Yeah.
as I got my rent paid and my
That's it.
groceries, and I'm working, I'm doing
That's
all
it.
right.
That's right. That's right. It's the little things, the little rewards in life mean a lot. They go a long way. You know what I mean? Something to eat, roof over your head, gas in the tank. That's it. That's it.
Hey,
That's all. That's all we need. That's all we need. But let's just for fun, everybody watching. Let's take a look at the. Go ahead.
rap artist. I want to make sure to mention him. He's a rap artist. He's pretty good. He's really good. I'm really not into rap, but it's my son, so
What's his name again?
he goes by the name of what's this? Oh, he's gonna be really mad at me. Anyway, his name is Cabaretti, King Cabaretti.
Okay. Oh, he's an artist, musical artist right now.
Yeah, he's really talented. He's really talented. He's hard headed, so I had to ship him another direction, but he's still a good guy.
All right. Hey, everybody watching, make sure you check out his music. Yeah, check out his music for
And then
sure.
I did do the Ninja News, where I'm just talking positivity to help people.
Yeah.
Because it's not all about just fighting.
No.
Sometimes, like Bruce Lee said, the art of fighting without fighting. If
Right.
you don't got to fight, don't fight. Because if you fight and you beat the guy, then he goes get his gun and you on the bus or something, you roll down the road, all of a sudden.
Right. Right.
Because there's cowards now. They're not just, getting beat down and just going home and meditate. They're
Right.
going home and try to retaliate.
hmm Yeah, didn't Bruce say that in the interview? He's like, you can't just go around kicking people because they'll just pull out a 45 or something like that. He said something like that.
And bang,
Yeah, there you go. Bang, settle it. Now we're quoting Into the Dragon now. We're having too much fun here. But just for fun, before we end it, let's take a look at you in action in this little web series on YouTube. Let's check it out.
I'm learning.
Yeah. But you didn't learn the first lesson I taught you. Never fight a master.
Oh yeah? When did you teach me that lesson? You still working?
Those days are over for me.
I asked you, how did you know that I fought a master?
I do everything.
How did you know? Bastard! Now you're fighting another master! No weapons!
So who taught you that?
Saroge.
I remember him.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, brother. That was a lot of fun. It looked like you guys were having fun making that.
Yeah,
I think my favorite part was you in the chair. I mean, that's like straight old school drunken master sitting down, just blocking, like not even being threatened by the guy. That was great, man.
You know what? I
That was fun.
Movies In the real fight, you just go and you do it. Like I saw a person right there, I definitely would have sidekicked him. But because of it being a movie, we had to edit, we had to do
Yeah.
this part, do that part.
Yeah.
I wish I could just go with the flow, man. Just get on down and show who's really getting down with the nitty gritty. But
Yeah.
after so much work, like when I watch Donnie Yen, them, they go through so many hours of practice and editing and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Weeks, days. Yeah.
Yeah, but when you're on the tournament circuit, you get that 10 minutes.
Yeah. 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 For sure.
even in Kumite or MMA, you just get out there and the real throwdown is going on.
Yeah.
But that's different than the movies. People be thinking, that the movie is real. That's all choreographed. That's all showmanship. That's all fun. But the real ring, when you see somebody getting beat down and choked out, and some of these guys just getting dropped with one kick, hey man, that's the real deal. So at least I've been able to deal with both parts. I've seen the real and I've seen the make believe, and they're all good. They all have their purposes.
Yeah, and you have a love for both. Yeah, you have
cool.
a love for both. Yeah,
it'd be
for
good
sure.
to work with Donnie Yen and get down and just really do it real good all the way out. Just work for a month and come back and check it out after they got it done. That'd be fun.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Well,
but
brother,
I think Donnie is thinner than me, so it might be kind of hard. It's like you gotta sometimes make even Michael Jai White is this big old strong buff guy, so it's just gotta look a little bit more realistic. I like them when they look really realistic.
Right.
Now once they just get out of, they flying around like 7 monkeys and then they're landing and they pull out a sword. I don't like that too much.
Right. The fantasy element.
I did like Iron Monkey. Don't get that wrong. I'm just saying when people do something just unbelievable, it's just silly.
Right. Yeah. Copy that. Everyone has their preference of different martial arts movie styles and genres and stuff. But brother, it was an honor to have you here on the show. I could talk to you about martial arts movies and kung fu movies all day and action movies. And I could talk to you about your journey. I think we barely scratched the surface of your life because you had so far from what I've heard today, you had such an incredible life, man. Starting young and training and competing and, competing against these legends and beating these legends and dipping your toe a little bit in the filmmaking genre as well, and filmmaking industry, and who knows, again, the future, and your peers, you're respected by your peers, and everybody knows that Chucky's the real deal. And again, it was an honor to have you here, brother. And again, congratulations on being inducted in the Elite Black Belt Hall of Fame here, man. Congrats. People know, real martial artists know that Chucky's the real deal. Yeah, they know what's up, man. And hey, if you make a movie in the future, awesome. If you make a web series in the future, awesome. If you don't, and you're just teaching martial arts, awesome. Hey, you're always, this is your second home now. Movie Dojo Podcast is your second home now, man. Come on back. We could talk more movies and martial arts in the future. Chucky, before we go, is there anything you'd like to say to your followers and everybody watching?
Just always do your best, and the best will come out from that. You don't got to be Jackie Chan. You ain't got to be Donnie Yen. Just be who you are and be proud of who you are, and just do your best and pass the test and let God do the rest. It's all
there you go. That's right. Don't hate the play, hate the game. Horror Fields loves the interview. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the interview, Fields. Thanks again for everybody watching today. And we kept it moving, even through the technical difficulties. It happens. Even I'll have technical difficulties. I'll disappear from my stream once in a while. So it's all good, brother. Thanks again for having the patience. And you guys watching, thanks again. And hey, for T-shirts, books, DVDs, the book, Chucky's book, DVDs, T-shirts, all this cool stuff, go to MasterChuckyCurrie.com, www.MasterChuckyCurrie.com. It's been on the stream this whole time. It is linked in the description box below of this episode. Click on that website, go there, buy some shirts, DVDs, get some cool Bruce Lee stuff there, Angela Mao shirts, all kinds of cool stuff, books, DVDs, all that stuff. So make sure you guys go to the website, check it out. And hey, if you enjoyed yourself, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Old Samurai Guy. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Chucky, don't go anywhere. But all you badasses, we'll see you on the next one. Keep kicking. Keep training out there. Keep watching and enjoying martial arts and kung fu movies. And we'll see you guys on the next one. That's right. Ninjas do it for the kicks. Take care, guys. See you on the next one.
Take care. Peace out.